Alright, this is DeRockProject. I actually am gonna be completely let me just move this out of the way. There we go. Nope, there we go. I'm gonna be completely disorganized while talking about this. Let me just kill these skulls first. So nice, good job. Uh you know what I'm gonna be talking about if you saw the video title, but it's about without using Hermes clip Hermes without using Hermes boots, I'm gonna clip into a block. Let's see how this is. Could I reach that? I'm actually gonna give it a try. Let's see. If I'm here... It's very difficult to test this out, actually. I want... No, that's not gonna work. If I press against that... 8.4. 8.4. No, that's not good. I'm gonna try every single one of these actually, just right now, while I'm recording. Obviously, perfect time to do so. 8.6. Well, kinda 8.6. It's actually... This looks very difficult, actually. It's 2.5... It's this value. It's this value right here. 2.5... 3.32533. So 2,533, 100 million of a pixel. Could I do something with that? Where are my values? It's like here it is. Okay, I don't know, but I don't think so. Not right now. Let me just show you. You can clip into blocks by, let me just go here. Alright, so this value is, good God, where do I even begin to talk about? Alright, so when you walk, your speed, here's your horizontal speed, by the way. Here they are. Your horizontal speed is supposed to be 2.4, but it's like, it's 2.39999, or it's like 2.400001526, right? And that's because the float... Oh, how do I even explain this? That's because the computer uses binary to kind of explain these, kind of describe these small quantities. And to do that, it goes like 0.5, 0.75, 0. No wait, 0.5, 0.25, 0.125, 0.0625, and it keeps like dividing it by 2. So basically 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 8. It can describe those perfectly, but if you just ask it to describe something like 1 out of 3, then it'll do, oh, I have to do 1 out of 2 plus... No, not that. So ignore that. I have to add 1 out of 4, and then do I add 1 out of 8 to that? That would be... Actually, I'm going to find out. 1 plus 1. Nope, that'd be too large, so I'd skip 1 out of 8. So I add 1 out of 4 plus 1 out of 16, and plus 1 out of 64, I guess. And I just keep going like that until it just... I stop because I don't have, like... I'm not giving that much memory to calculate it. Like... about 16 bits, so that's really as far as I can go. So really the number here that I highlighted down there, it's like it couldn't create an exact 2.4. So the programmers, I don't know why, but they decided to use floats. So this is what happens if you use floats for where you're standing. Now here's something. If I like push against this wall, I get aligned with that wall, so I'm like exactly where this wall is, like I'm bordering it. So you can see that my x coordinate is 250 exactly. If I align with this, then I'm 91 exactly, 150, let me push this, 150, 11, and 70. So obviously once I do that, I start walking, and because my speed is a huge like decimal, my position becomes a big decimal too, like, you know. decimal point. So I'll show you all the kind of speeds I have. I have this walking speed. When I jump, I have like the same amount of speed. If I do this and jump like this, I also have the same amount of speed. But if I walk and jump and then hold back, then you see my speed becomes half of what it was, kinda. Let me go here. All right, and if you see my no board, so you can see if I let go of any direction button, then my speed is multiplied by 0.8. That's what's going on here. You can see the multiplier here. If I just walk normally, it's 1. If I do this, it's 1. If I do this, it's 1. Is it 1? It's different. What? 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 Well, it's supposed to be 1, okay? Maybe I got the wrong value. Okay, but if I do like this, then 0.5. 0.5, right? But if I do this, it's 0.8, but with a bunch of zeros trailing behind it until it's 119. And that's also because of the floats. This is also a float. So that's really nice and dandy, honestly. But it is a float, right? So you're gonna have to deal with it. And so now you know all the speed stuff. Now here's something really interesting. You see my walking here. It's 2.399993896. If I go here, it's 2.4000244414. So it's different, right? If I walk here, it's the same, right? Okay. If I walk here, it's different again. It's 1526 now. If I walk here, it's 1526. All right. So the reason for that also, I'll talk about slopes later. That's they're not very important, so I can talk about them later. What's going on here is that floats work by like when you're like at a small number like 13, you don't the float can be like more precise. Like if you're at 0.0001, the float could be like even more precise. But if you're like all the way here, like 500, you know, then the float becomes less precise. And what happens is what happens? Let me get my mouse cursor out of the way first. What happens is the number. God damn it! What are they talking about? All right, so it becomes less precise, so it has less options to choose from to be as close to a target number as possible, like 2.4. It can't be as close to that, so it becomes slightly less close to it. It becomes like 24414 far away from it. Whereas if you're like all the way here, you're like 1526 close to it, you know? Or how about here? Let me see if I can see it. 95, right? That's as close as I get. I don't want to touch that border because I'll just, leave. So it's different, right? That number is going to become important later. And I have like a list of those numbers in my notepad that I'm going to put in the description, I guess. So there's that. Next, slopes. Slopes just suck, right? This is their speed if you want to see. That's their speed. You don't want to walk on them. And I hope like we never have to use them ever in anything. And I don't expect them to be useful for any sort of subpixel manipulation. It only is there to screw up your subpixel. It ruins your align, basically. So, alright, you got all that? Alright. Now, I want to be here, but like 1 pixel in. Let's see. So here, I'm gonna edit this to be, there we go. So when I walk in 1 pixel, I'm at 152. Like I should be at 151, right? But no, I'm at 152. That's because it's like on the first frame of my movement, I kind of walk like one frame more, I guess, than normally. And what happens is I'm in the ground. Look at that. I'm in the ground. I can go further, but I don't want to do that yet because I just used Cheat Engine to do that. So that's the target amount I want. I want 148.6 and then 0.00061. That's the amount I want. It's exactly from here. You just go left once, one frame, exactly. And I use the whip because if you press and use the attack at the same time, you stop in place, right? So you can frame perfectly, move exactly one frame at a time. It's very difficult, so I don't, I'm not very consistent at it. So now, to reach that 161, I tried like all the walls, like this one and this one, but it turns out this wall right here, I know it's a platform edge, but it works like a wall, so just take it with it. Just take it. So here, I stand right here. Oh, I got lucky. I didn't have to use the whip. So right here, I'm very close to 148.6, but I am off by, well, 148.60061. So I'm off by 305. 305 100 millionth subpixel things. I don't know. So I want to get closer. And how do I do that? How do I manipulate my my subpixel? Well, I mentioned that there are, I guess I'll call them areas or screen sections. When I'm closer to the left, my subpixel changes less. If I'm further from the screen, my subpixel changes more. Now, what I didn't explain earlier is that these areas are divided by 2 to the power of n, to the power of x, whatever, to the power of something. So 1, 2, 4, 8, and right now I'm between 16 and 32. So right here, the subpixel is different from if I go to 32 and 64, which is here, and to 64 to 128, which is here, and my speed changes again if I'm here. And my speed changes again if I'm here. Or maybe it doesn't change. I don't know. Like some of these don't change because they don't need to change to become less or more precise, I guess. And right here, finally, there's 512 is a multiple of 2 to the power of 9. And it goes all the way to the end of the screen, which is 600. I can't go any further than that. So between here, there's one more screen section. And there's a screen section from here to 256 right here. I guess I'll call them blocks. There's another block from here to here. So the 2 important screen sections or blocks is from here to here. And there's another one from here to here. So those 2 we need to keep in mind. It's because it's like it gets twice as smaller as you go. So 32 to 64, it's that small, and then 64 to 128 is this small, and 128 to 256 is this big, and then 256 to 512 is like all the way here. So it gradually gets larger, but that's how floats work. And you might as well just watch Pan and Chaos floats video if you want to learn more about that. But how it applies here, you'll probably have to watch this video to understand that specific part. Nice skeleton. So, what I want to do, well, you see, when I do a jump like this, where I don't hold anything, and I call this like a neutral run jump. There's the full run jump. There's the neutral run jump, or the 80% run jump, because my speed modifier is 80%, as you can see in the multiplier here. Wait. Come on. There we go. 80%. Or I have the 50% modifier. There's the slow, there's the half run jump, 50% run jump. So I know I'm giving these really bad names, like very technical names that I don't know if people will understand at first glance, but Okay, they exist. So my neutral is actually exactly let's see here. Let's look at the speed actually right here. It's so this is 999 and then there's a 8169. 8169. So I subtract them from the intended speed, which is 1.92, and I see that it is 1931 subpixels away from that intended number. 1831. Gotta memorize that. And then I do this again here, and I get what is that? What's the number? Well, you'll see that kind of flash by. 1984. Yeah, 1984, man. 1984. It's kind of hard to tell because the cheat engine doesn't update often enough. Let's see. Come on. Oh well. It's 1984. I promise. Do you see there? No, you don't. All right. Well, if you subtract 1984, the difference here, and 1831, which is the difference here, you'll see that it's exactly half of 305, which is the number we need to change from here to the number that we'll get to clip into this wall. So we do this, and we do this. Let's see if I can actually do that. So I want to align with this, and then just walk up here. Obviously, it didn't work this time. It's frame perfect. You want to be exactly. You want to hold back, like the moment you jump. All right, let's see. The moment you jump, you want to be running to the right, and then hold left, and then you let go of left at the last 2 frames of your jump. If you do that, you move 2 frames, I guess, neutrally, and then you do that again. It didn't work. So you saw I was like really close to 151 there, but I wasn't 151. So what? Sorry, that was my cheat key. If you press the control button with this cheat engine table, which they give out privately for people who test the game. All right, let's try this again. Nope, not good. No. Nope. Ah, come on. I basically face planted onto a wall. It's look at this. If this number becomes 0, then I know it worked. Well, it might have worked. It might work, maybe. All right. Nah, it didn't work. I just mentioned that that digit and then I just forgot about it. Good job. Huh? Maybe it'll work. No, it's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. Yeah, no. Nope. Oh, is this gonna work? Ah, no. It's not even close, actually. No. Oh, this? How about this? Oh, God. It worked. All right. Come on. There we go. And then you just place the weight there. Walk up. And you get your shurikens early. Instead of going all the way around here and taking this ladder. So that's really all it is you just get to get the shurikens faster instead of having to go all the way around here. It saves like, what, 2 seconds? Because you actually have to get the weight up there. You have to put the weight there, you come down here, and you come down, you go down there and you get the weight. You put the weight down there and then you come up and you get the shurikens and you go back. But instead, you have to put the weight now. So you have to kind of wait too. So, I mean, it's clearly faster, but it's clearly not worth an RTA, but maybe a TAS would do it. Maybe a TAS would do it. Yeah, it's pretty cool sub-pixel stuff. That's, yeah. That's horrible. It's really, I don't have much to say about this anymore because it sucks. God, I hate this. Nope, sub-pixel is off. I don't want to do this again, so I'm going to stop. Oh no, I can't stop. Okay, well, that's the end of the video. So just get out of here.